We can get the students very directly involved in bringing the words of that speech to life. We can do that by dividing the class into equal-sized groups, giving each of the groups a section of a speech, in this case Egeus' speech, as their part of the speech. And what we can ask them to do is to identify what for them, in their 4 lines of the speech, what for them are the key words.
Talk about the words that really struck you when we were reading it through together, and any that really strike you when you're looking at it on the page in front of you now, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you some pens round for you to underline words that you really think, need emphasising, are particularly strong in what you can read.
And then we can go further with them and ask them to create a physical gesture or a way of expressing physically those key words, as well as a way of expressing them vocally.
Can you just tell us the first word that you've underlined?
Vexation.
Vexation. What was it about that struck you?
It just kind of stands out as something like it's anger and frustration, and it just stands out as like a very strong word in the speech.
Anger and frustration. And you can feel that and you can hear that in the word vexation. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. If I asked you to make me some kind of gesture or movement to go with vexation, what might it be? What could you do? Go on.
Like strong and powerful.
Can you just stand up for us for a moment? Show us the kind of thing that you might do, so that goes with the word vexation.
You could go like that to show power and show like being strong and stuff.
So if I ask you just to say to us full of vexation, and on the word vexation, you're going to give us that really angry gesture, okay? So you go full of vexation, yeah? Okay, are you ready? Go.
Full of vexation.
And give it a bit more. Go on, really go for it. If I say that was about a 2 and I want it to go up to a 5, hit it with a 5, okay? Are you ready? Go.
Full of vexation.
Fantastic. That's loads. That's really great. That's lovely stuff.
Finding a physical gesture for a word is a very powerful way of really understanding that word in a very different way, in a deeper way, I'd suggest, because our whole selves are involved in the expression of that word. Once the groups have identified, agreed on the physical images and a way of saying the words, they can then share their work with the rest of the group.
What we're going to do with it now is we're going to put it together as a continuous piece, as a continuous performance.
Full of vexation come I with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius, my noble lord. This man has my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious duke. This man hath bewitched the bosom of my child.
When we have a very concrete task as a group where what you have to do is you have to find a physical expression for the word you are saying, of course you can't do that if you don't understand it. So it's also a very effective tool for ensuring that everybody in the group understands precisely what the words mean. And of course then we also get to see the whole speech, because we are not only doing our own section, but we're seeing the interpretations that the other groups in the class have done as well.
I beg the ancient privileges of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law.
When students are given a few lines to image and bring to life, their investment in the speech axiomatically deepens. Just simply through repetition and concentrated work on it, their understanding of it deepens. But then by having to create images of it with their bodies, the mind and the body working together has a much more powerful, creates much more powerful meanings within us. So the understanding is much deeper when we image something than when we just talk about it.
We can cement the students' understanding of a speech by using an exercise like interpolated questions. And we can adapt interpolated questions by the questioner, the teacher, taking on a role, an attitude towards the speakers of the speech. So in this instance, the teacher can become Duke Theseus, pushing Egeus to respond to questions that he is asking, so that Egeus is then changing the way he responds, the way he speaks the speech, because he's responding to something that the Duke is asking of him.
When you're ready, Group A, go.
Full of vexation come I with complaint.
Complaint about what?
Against my child, my daughter Hermia.
Why? What has she done?
Stand forth, Demetrius, my noble lord.
What's he got to do with it?
This man has my consent to marry her.
So what's the problem?
Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious Duke.
And this other young man?
This man hath bewitched the bosom of my child.
What happens when students are invited to, asked to, physically engage with the language in this way is actually there's no escaping from having to understand precisely what the words mean.